gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome and welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. Now, today's reading deserved an intro, so I decided to do one after I haven't done one for who knows how long. So I intend this reading to be a kind of how-to manual for how you can become / appear more attractive for anyone out there who is just wondering what aesthetic would fit you best, the behavior, the attitude, the energy you can embody to appear more attractive for your manifestations, for that special someone, for your future someone, right? For yourself. You know, things you could do, aesthetics that spirit kind of led me to, guide them to in this reading that would fit you best, that kind of thing to help you become more attractive in the general sense or to the public, or like I said, a lover, or you know what I mean, if you want to become a content creator, what kind of thing you should do, like stuff like that. I decided to do this reading so it looked fun, it sounded fun, and it was fun for me. So I hope it's fun for you guys too watching it. Feel free to let me know how you feel about it in the comments, what resonated, what didn't. Don't get crazy though, because I'll get crazy back, okay? One thing, thank you. Be respectful and keep it cute, thank you. But anyway, you're going to choose between one of the three thumbnail images for this reading. Choose the one that calls out to you the most, please and thank you. I don't want to hear no complaining about this that resonate, that just wasn't for you. Or if it didn't resonate for you, you don't want to wear that ever, then this reading isn't for you. This is supposed to be a how-to manual for those who would ever want some, instruction or constructive criticism from spirit in that kind of sense for what they think would fit you best, So just take it with a grain of salt. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be cute. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, keep it moving. But yeah, you're going to choose your reading. If you want a personal reading about something like this, I'm always available for that. You can use my email in the description box below. If you want a reading about any other topic on God's green earth, I'm here for that too. Email in the description box below, okay? But like, comment, subscribe, all that good, cute stuff. Share if you feel called to do so. And I'll see you at your reading. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 1 or the energy of group 1, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about how can you appear / become more attractive, aesthetically pleasing to people around you, just in general, for your blessings, for your manifestations, things like that. Whatever you want it to be about, please just attach it to that, okay? But basically, I wanted to see what can you be more aesthetically better at. So what aesthetic may work best for you based on what spirit lets me know in the reading. How can you act towards people, your attitude, essentially, your behavior, what about your body can you accentuate, or what energy you can embody, things like that. So of course, different things work for different people, and it's based on attitude, how you look. People like to base it on astrology, your rising sign, your Venus sign. Essentially, I want to ask spirits advice, get spirits, point of view on this. What do they think would make you more attractive for your blessings, for your future husband, future wife, whatever you want it to be? What aesthetic can you embody? What energy can you tap into? Things like that, okay? So I feel like I've over-explained it. Let's get right into the reading. And I'm using my, of course, trusty mermaid / fairies oracle deck, because who are more attractive and magical than fairies and mermaids? So their advice would be helpful. And then I'm also going to be using the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. Where is that? Did I take it out? I did. It's right there. What, because it gives little quotes that can help you, right? Okay, so let's see. We're going to tap right into it. So please, spirit, tap me into the energy of group 1 and what energy they can embody. How can they become or appear more attractive, okay? Aesthetically, attitude-wise, behaviorally, all that stuff. What can they accentuate? All that. We're going to try to get down to the nitty-gritty and in not that much of time. I don't want this reading to be too long and draggy, okay? So let's get straight into it. My group 1s, please, spirit, tap me into their energy right now. How can they become or appear more attractive? Okay, we have 6 of Pentacles. I'm hearing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little give and take. But what does that mean? Let's get more into it. We have 5 of Cups. I'm hearing Billie Eilish, so that can be important for some of you. Maybe some of you need to maybe change your hair color often, accentuate your eyes, maybe a sad girl aesthetic if that's something. Maybe emo, pop punk, rock, stuff like that. That's what I associate with Billie Eilish. Also urban styling, very baggy clothing, maybe hiding your appearance a little bit. Let's get into it. Let me get more cards, please, Spirit. But she is also really kind of wearing baggy clothing in this, so I can definitely see where the Billie Eilish thing Spirit showing me is coming through. And this one must be acting up. And then we have the star. Interesting. I want one more card. Can I get one more card, please, for my group ones? One more card for my group ones. How can they become more attractive / accentuate what they already have? Okay, we have the Crone of Swords, King of Swords. There's something here about playing with angles, playing with your lines, because in each of these cards, this person is positioned in a different way. So it's like you're posing. So maybe the clothes you wear are fine, but it has to do with you becoming more maybe intentional about who you are, learning more about yourself, being inquisitive, asking your soul and yourself questions, or basically or essentially just dressing in the aesthetic that you've always wanted to be, becoming true to yourself. I'm hearing true to your heart. You must be true to your heart. That's when the heavens will part. And baby, shower you with my love. Open your eyes. Your heart can tell you no lies. Anyway, let me stop. But essentially, it's funny because the whole thing about Mulan is, when will my reflection show who I am inside? So that is like a bar right there. So there's something here about the person who you are inside wanting to come out and showcase who they are, right? Who she is, who he is. And maybe you're not doing that. Maybe you're doing the Billie Eilish effect where you're hiding all that good you have underneath baggy clothing, and that may not be your thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you have to change your hairstyle like her often. But I do believe the thing that kind of attracts me to her is just the simplicity behind her beauty. It's just like her eyes pop, her lips are, voluptuous, then she has big yitties, you know what I mean? And she's very curvy, but we never would have known that based on how she dressed and still dresses. You know what I mean? Maybe some of you need to dress more like tomboy-y if you're a woman, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting with the whole urban, the baggy cargo pants, you know what I mean? The chains, the really baggy clothes, lots of sneakers, you know what I mean? I think they call it like urban because it's kind of like streetwear, things like that. We have a lot of stripes and patterns coming through, stars, stars on your clothing. I'm hearing yellow. Yellow can kind of bring out your aura. And I do believe when Billie is like blonde, like platinum, or just like really light blonde, her hair, that's when the rest of her features really pop on her face. So that's kind of what these two cards are giving, funnily enough, right? And I love how the first two cards that came out were people with dark hair. And then as we got towards the end of the reading, we have two people with lighter hair. So maybe dyeing your hair like really light platinum blonde. It could be something you've always wanted to do, but you didn't want to do it, right? There's something here about being unconventional because we have the Crone of Swords, which is the King of Swords, and he is the king of unconventional because I do believe he is Aquarius energy. And that's what also we can attribute to Billie Eilish. She's very of course, she's very feminine and she's also very beautiful, but she doesn't dress as feminines dress. She dresses like boxy, baggy, urban, streetwear, that kind of thing, That's coming through. If you do not resonate with that on your soul, like some other people watching the video might, it's giving feminine but loose and flowy. It doesn't have to suck you in kind of energy. It's just being true to yourself. And if you don't want to be feminine, you don't have to be. That's what I'm mostly getting from here, because your beauty still shines through. Billie Eilish, whatever she's wearing, her face is a star of it. That's why we didn't even need to know she had a big booty or big yitties at all underneath the clothing, because it was her vibe, her energy, and it was her face, her eyes that kind of drew us in. But it was also her melancholy, her sadness. So if you do feel like you're someone who thrives on that, or you would love to hop into I'm also hearing, what's her name? I Love You, I'm Sorry, Gracie Abrams. She's also very, I don't know, there's something about her look as well. So maybe a short bob. Maybe some of you need to stop hiding. I believe she has a gap in her teeth, and she also has luscious lips as well, from what I've seen. So that could be something, accentuate your lips, right? Make them more plump. If you don't have plump lips, maybe invest in that. I don't know. Everyone's doing it. I'm not trying to say you need to, but that could be something. But that's what's coming through. And this is also, I feel like, a pose that she has done. Billie, and also Gracie Abrams for whatever reason. I don't know. But they're also like also just natural beauty. They don't really pack on too much makeup. They put on a little something, maybe, you know, spot correct, you know, but they keep everything mostly natural and clean. So clean girl makeup could also be a vibe coming through for you guys. I don't think you need to do much, honestly, but maybe your style is more unconventional for your gender or body type or whatever. Most people who are curvy want to show those things. Most people who are feminine want to dress feminine. If you are feminine, maybe dress more masculine. If you're masculine, maybe dress more feminine, you know, things that are tighter on you, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's the kind of energy coming through so far for you guys. But this vibe here is just giving me patterns and playing with colors, right? Even if it is baggy, even if it is like masculine or feminine, depending. And this Ace of Swords is what was kind of giving me, be true to yourself, true to your heart. And that's when the heavens will part and shower you with their love, because you're not being true to yourself or true to your heart, essentially. So that could also be something you need to embody or look more into when it comes to becoming more attractive for people, spirit, your manifestations, whatever, okay? You choose to attribute this reading to getting or acquiring more of, or becoming more attractive for, I guess you could say. This could be a beachy vibe for some of you is what I'm getting as well. We have little kitten heels. If you're seeing that there, kitten heels could be a thing for you to maybe look into. Longer hair for some of you coming through here, wearing cute, fun hairstyles. If you do have more coarse, kinky hair, as we can see here, maybe pigtails will work for you. Maybe schoolgirl could be a vibe coming through for some of you as well, okay? But I'm also hearing visionary, so it's kind of making your own style based on what you like. Sometimes baggy, sometimes this, sometimes that, you know, sometimes feminine. I do believe two pieces will be beneficial to you, like showing a little bit of midriff as well for some of you, because that's what I feel like Gracie Abrams is really good at. I don't know, like maybe your body type is, some of you are more Billie Eilish, which is like curvier. Some of you are more Gracie Abrams, which is like leaner, you know, more petite, I guess you can say. But they both give feminine no matter what they wear. It's the vibe that's coming through for you guys, right? Yeah, so basically accentuating what makes you different is what's coming through here for you guys. But King of Swords is definitely the king of, it's giving like Mad Hatter vibes, you know, do whatever you want, be crazy, let people look at you crazy, but at least they're looking at you. It's the kind of energy coming through here when you embrace whatever you, and do whatever you want to do, essentially, is what I'm kind of getting. This is kind of giving like a pantsuit, but with like a lot of patterns on it, like playing with color. So I don't know if you're someone who does color your hair already, but like playing more around with that. I do believe some of you are being called to go platinum blonde. That's what I'm getting, or white blonde, right? Or like if some of you are older, wear your natural hair that grows out white from your head. Don't change it. You know what I mean? But and then the stars, Aquarius energy too. Yeah, so being unconventional is what I'm getting. So what everyone else isn't wearing, you need to kind of tap into. And that could be something you've always wanted to do, but you don't want to stand out or stick out like a sore thumb, is what I'm hearing. But once you become one with who your reflection is in the mirror and in your soul, I do believe you're going to become more attractive. Five of Cups. Being true to your heart. Five of Cups, like I said, is giving like sad girl. And I do believe Billie Eilish and both Gracie Abrams, that's where they kind of meet and have something in common. Sad girl, wistful, like, oh my gosh, woe is me kind of energy. Why is he coming through again? That scary guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog that I spoke about what feels like years ago. It was like, someone told me in the comments, he was like, return the slab. That scary guy that was standing outside of Courage's door, like swaying side to side, you know, kind of scarily but wistfully, is kind of like, that's what I'm getting. But I'm also kind of getting like windy, flexible, like loose, flowy. That's the kind of energy coming through for you guys as well, okay? Not return the slab. Oh gosh. Lord help me, I can't with y'all right now, okay? But there's something here about sharp eyes, sharp features, things that grasp and capture attention is what I think makes you more attractive. Other people or when they're more subtle, when they're more natural, when they're more, I guess, refined, sophisticated, sexy, overtly sexy. That's what makes them more attractive for you guys. I do believe out of the box dressing, alternative, is a perfect word for Aquarius coming through with the King of Swords and the Star card. Alternative, maybe dressing like the stars, maybe wearing a lot of stars. I know there's this shirt that I bought, I feel like a few months ago, where it has like, it's like mesh, it's see-through, right? So you can see the yitties. That's one of my best features anyway. But it has like the wheel, the zodiac wheel on it, and has like a lot of stars on it and dots, but it's mesh, but it's also like neutral. It's like a little bit of black, a little bit of beige, a little bit of gray, but it has like little cool patterns on it. I wish I could show you. Like, I wore it the other day and it was so cute. I wore it like with all black and like put like a corset on it, and it was a chef's kiss. I love that outfit, but it was like darker. Like, I was wearing mostly all black pants, black corset. The top already itself is mostly black, but it has like pops of like beige and white in it. But it has like stars, it had the zodiac signs on it, it had planets on it, kind of like exactly like this pattern, but it was a shirt, right? And then I just wore it, and that was me being witchy, I called it. And then I wore like a very flowy, crinkly over top kind of thing. And then there was this guy at the bar that was like, you guys were both like giving dark and like scary and whatever. And he was asking my best friend, oh, what's your like style? And she was like, you know, maybe like more goth emo. And then he was asking me what was mine. I'm like, it's giving witchy, like black stars, flowy, crinkly. I don't even remember what the material was, but it was like very, very light, almost like silk, but not, but it had crinkles in it. It was purposely like crinkly, like a crinkling iron. That's what the material is made out of. But the arms were kind of like flowy, really like, it's like giving, what's her name, Morticia, how she wears that all black ensemble, but her, what is it called, her arms are like flowy and cagey. It's not cagey, that's not the word, but I can't remember, like just loose and like baggy kind of energy, but it's like giving a look, right? So maybe like Morticia, some of you could dress more like that. But I do believe, like I said, the one thing that Gracie Abrams and Billie Eilish has in common is they're like darker, sad girl, boo-hoo, life ain't the best. This man broke up with me, I love you, I'm sorry, TV, happier, what is it called? Like all those songs are kind of like giving sad and oh my gosh, woe is me, and that kind of energy is coming through heavily for you guys. I do believe that works for you. So if you are doing that, continue doing it. If you aren't, look into it, okay? Witchy, goth, alternative, that kind of thing. And there was also the cutest couple that I saw. I was watching a cut video where people who are in relationships but long distance meet up. It's one of their more recent videos. So if you watch Cut CUT on YouTube, I love their videos. They're so like deranged, but just I love them. Over the weekend, I was watching a video with two couples that were meeting. I mean, one couple that was meeting, but it was the cutest little girl who had, like, I think her hair was all white, which is why she's coming through. And her hair was cut like a mullet, and she wore this like white ensemble that was like cottony, cottagecore. But she had like, the combat boots, and her makeup was done like she was like her look was alternative, and the guy she was meeting up with, his look was alternative. He was like some white hair, some black hair, standing up in all different directions. He had all black, but he had like chains and straps on his pants. And like both of them were like giving like the cutest couple ever. And they were just like so cute. Like, how can I call it? It's like Asian baby girl kind of energy. Could also be a vibe coming through for some of you guys as well. Okay. But I want you to look at that video, or I'll probably link it if I remember to do so. If you are at this point in the video and I haven't linked it and you want me to, just comment and I'll get back to you and link the video. But they were the cutest little couple. But it's definitely giving alternative like anime like characters kind of coming through as well, but like things are like out of the box that everybody on the street will not be wearing, but it makes you stand out, right? I've named a few aesthetics now. I don't want to go overboard, but look up the video Cut, where long distance couples meet in real life and for the first time. And they're just the cutest little thing ever. Like that couple, I forget their name, but I was rooting for them out of everybody. But she was like, she looked so beautiful. Her makeup was done beautifully. I'm hearing faux freckles, which is something I'm trying to get into in my makeup bag recently. That could be coming through for you guys as well, but just like going all out, essentially wanting to look and stand apart from the crowd. You don't want to fit in, you want to stand out. That's the vibe coming through for you, because this Ace of Swords is kind of like a blinding light. It's like a eureka moment. You see someone, you're kind of like struck like, oh my gosh, they look so good, but it's because they look so different as well. Okay, anyway, that's enough. So some of you are coming through as witchy. Some of you are coming through as like Mad Hatter-y, like wearing a bunch of different stuff. Mad Scientist vibe is also something that's coming through. So some of you may be like white cloaks, could be a thing coming through as well. I'm getting big anime coming through now, okay? I'm hearing Inuyasha, how he wears like that robe kind of thing. That's kind of coming through as well, but it's like different colors, and his hair is like spiky and all white as well. Y'all are being called to get white hair. Do that, guys, okay? It don't got to be your actual hair. It can be a wig, but that white is coming through to wear, because the girl in the video had the white hair, but she was also in like white clothing, right? And then her skin was like very fair due to the makeup, but whatever, she was doing that. That's maybe like sickly pale could be your thing for those of you who are pale, right? That kind of thing. But white is coming through very strong in this reading. Okay. Some of you are also giving like more island themes kind of energy coming through. Is kind of giving like how can I say it? Like, I don't know really what this vibe would be called, but two pieces with patterns on them, right? It's like giving beautiful long hair, makeup slayed, but she's not doing too much in the card, obviously. Red lips, but she's looking sexy. Her skirt isn't too short, but then she has cute little heels along with it. So for those of you who are my more girly girls, this could be your look here. Two pieces that accentuate your curves, right? But you're wearing it with heels that match. Like, you're matching in all these cards here is one thing that's definitely standing out to me. So it's like controlled chaos, right? It may look chaotic, but once you actually think about it and look at it closely, you see that everything was put together like fine with a fine-tooth comb to come together beautifully. It ain't easy to look this good, like group one, okay? But yeah, that's coming through. Did I show you guys this card as well? She's also wearing like a lot of green, so green is coming through. Green, yellow was coming through, white is coming through, and blue, dark blue, navy blue is coming through with patterns with those colors are coming through as well. Like stars, dots, stripes, stuff like that, okay? Let's keep going. Anything to be unconventional is the vibe that's coming through. So things that a lot of people don't wear, that you don't really usually see on the street, is what I do feel like you're being called to wear more of. So for my group ones, how can they become more attractive, you know, in attitude, aesthetics? We have Renaissance. Interesting. We also have Pearl of Wisdom. Maybe appearing more smarter. I feel like I touched on that with the whole lab coat, mad scientist kind of vibe. Is maybe dressing like a scientist, but a mad one. It's kind of coming through, you know what I mean? Dressing like an elder in robe is also coming through. So if you want to dress as crazy as you can, I'm also hearing cosplay. If that's something you're into, make an outfit that kind of embodies all of your favorite characters, but it doesn't have to look, you know, not put together. It doesn't have to look normal, but make it look stylish. And so, you know, people will get it, but won't actually get it. I mean, I guess I'm hearing an acquired taste. So the people that get it will get it. The people that don't. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. And then we have duality. Exactly. We have like a star in the making. And then we also have someone who's darker and meaner and like more, I guess emo or goth. I guess you could say alternative. And this card here, let me put it up to the camera so you can see it better. Bright and light in your face. And we have something that's like darker. Okay. If people aren't asking if you're okay or aren't a little afraid of you, the look isn't working for you, is what I'm hearing. But take what resonates. Renaissance is also kind of it was an era, the Renaissance era. So look up what the clothing there was. It was very like flashy. If I do remember correctly, flashy. So that's what keeps coming through. Stand out. Do not try to hide. Make your look stand out, whatever they may be. Okay, if you gotta show skin, if you gotta show no skin, if you gotta go all white in the hair, all red, all black, all green, whatever the color may be, right? What else is coming through for my group ones? How could they appear / become more attractive and aesthetically pleasing? Renaissance was also the time when everyone was kind of discovering things. That was the Enlightenment era, but Renaissance was I believe, when art and painting and being individualistic was thriving in that era, right? Let me look it up and see. Okay, so I looked it up, but before I get to that, when I was looking up this song, I was hearing, because I said Age of Enlightenment, I was hearing the Hamilton part where Hamilton and Jefferson are going back and forth in the cabinet battle. I do believe it's number 1. And Hamilton says, and another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about a war. You didn't fight in it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? I almost died in the trench while you were off getting high with the French. Okay, so that part of the song is coming through. It's cabinet battle number 1, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so that's coming through. Age of Enlightenment could be important as well. But the Renaissance era was a pivotal period. Excuse me, don't do that. A pivotal period of European history spanning roughly from the 14th to the 17th century, marking a transition from Middle Ages to modernity, with a rebirth of interest in classical scholarship and dramatic flourishing of arts, literature, science, and philosophy. Key characteristics include the application of scientific knowledge to art, the development of new artistic techniques, and a more humanistic worldview, all contributing to a significant cultural shift across Europe. So it was a rebirth. So that's definitely what this is saying. What you're doing now, you need to do something different if you want to stand out and become more attractive. It's like standing out, becoming somebody new, a rebirth of a new person or character, if you will, okay? And Renaissance literally means rebirth in French. So maybe French style could be coming through as well. I do believe that was kind of coming through. I kind of wanted to say schoolgirl. I think I did mention it for a little bit, but that's kind of coming through again. It's like very refined, very well put together vibes. The French people, they're also known for fashion. So getting into fashion could be a thing for you guys. And it's funny how this lady is looking up to the heavens and discovering more about the world. And I do believe astrology and stuff like that is that kind of rebirth period, or referencing that as well, I guess I could say. Okay. But yeah. A central philosophy of the era, humanism, emphasized human potential and reason, shifting the focus from purely religious concerns to human endeavors and achievements. And it says, artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo created masterpieces that reflected newfound knowledge of anatomy and nature, using perspective and realism to transform the art world. And I'm also seeing a portrait of the Mona Lisa. And one thing we know about the Mona Lisa is she's known for, is she smiling or is she not smiling? That's the age-old question. So looking more stoic, I guess we could say, or sad, like I was saying, exactly, is coming through again. And I'm also seeing birth of Venus is coming through for the Renaissance era. So that could be important as well. And there's also the last meal, or is it the Last Supper? That's the whatchamacallit. And I was talking about robes and drapey things, and that's literally all Jesus and his disciples wore, because that's all they had to wear in that time period. That's funny. But anyway, the Last Supper, the birth of Venus, and most Mona Lisa are some paintings coming through from the Renaissance. Okay, so Italian pieces, Italian leather is what I'm hearing as well. That could also be a part of the aesthetic you're supposed to embody to look better. But French and it's Italy, though they're very simplistic in their beauty, but it's not simple, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of things that go into looking good for them, but they make it look easy, if that makes sense, okay? So look more into French looks, Italian looks, alternative looks, whatever is calling out to you the most, whatever is aligning with your soul the best, we can say. I wonder where this came from. Is this the same? No, it's two different cards. So where did this come from? We have lay the foundation. So yeah, starting to do things differently. I don't know where this card came from, guys, but we're going to go with it, okay? That is crazy. And I said I didn't want this reading to be long, and it ended up long anyway. Great. I can never keep my word. It's crazy out here in these streets. Okay, more cards for how can my group ones become more attractive and aesthetically pleasing. What do they have to change about their attitude? Become more broody, more alternative, more grumpy is what I'm getting. Because this guy is going from being happy and to sad and like broody, right? Like I said. And then we have gold at the end of the rainbow. And then we have sacred treasure. So maybe more jewelry. Because gold at the end of the rainbow, gold is jewelry. And then we have sacred treasure. Treasure is also gold and stuff like that. So maybe wearing more jewelry can be a thing, more gold or more gems, right? Gemstones, because she is kind of wearing a lot of that. More rings, because she's wearing a lot more rings. So just being extra, I feel like for you guys is the message. Being extra, not holding back, wearing brooches. I'm seeing this guy in the King of Swords wearing a brooch, right? Looking more intelligent, more sharp, more put together. Could be the thing. French people are good at that. Also, Italian people are good at that as well. Their fashion, anyway, that's what their fashion is known for doing. Looking really clean and put together, but also like rich and fancy. That could be a thing coming through more towards the end. But she's wearing a lot of jewelry here. A lot of beads, colors, gold, rings, bracelets, accessories, essentially. And then we have this guy that's looking like very jovial and out of, like, not out of place, but you don't see this person quite often. So for my men, more overalls, I guess we could say more greens, because green was coming through a lot for sure. And then we have burgundies. So hats, maybe growing a beard could be important, a mustache, getting bulkier, building muscle could be something coming through for my men as well if you're watching. Because then exactly, yeah, right here, this guy's building muscle, lay the foundation. So getting into the gym and bulking up would make you more attractive. My group ones for the men watching, even the women, doesn't matter, or the people, they, the thems. Okay, that's coming through for you guys. And show more skin is what's coming through as well. For my guys, maybe going more shirtless. That's funny. Blue is coming through as well in this Renaissance card. But Pearl of Wisdom, dressing more scholarly, schoolgirly, coming through for some of you. Renaissance, dressing more artsy. Like, that's what this girl here is giving me. She's giving me like a Renaissance vibe. I don't know why. But she's the main character in this. And also the Six of Pentacles, like I said, is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So maybe you're meant to do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Period. But let me get some cards from this deck here and see what comes through. I do want to shuffle it. I haven't used it in a minute. So your attitude is giving confident, it's giving boasty, it's giving in your face, can't be missed. That's how you can become more attractive. Some people, that doesn't work for them. I do believe being a little holier than thou is definitely coming through for you guys. Because this King of Swords is definitely giving me that look. Let me show you all the cards, because y'all think I'm lying. Let me not that you think I'm lying, but look at how they both look in these two cards. It's basically the same look. Tell me it's not. They're smirking. Is it a smile? Are they threatening you? Are they upset with you? The world will never know. And then that's also kind of what this lady here is giving as well. A smile with your eyes, but it's giving a model look. Okay, so period. I love that. So fierce, a little scary, alternative vibes. Untouchables, also what's coming through. And I do believe that is peak Italian and French, like, culture to appear that way. Okay, why? Now let's see. Finishing cards, finishing messages for my group ones. How can they become / appear more attractive? Your arms are coming through, so you should accentuate your arms. Your legs, when your legs look longer, they look more attractive. So things that lengthen your legs, like I said, the heels that were coming through a little bit in this card there. We have amethyst, trust your intuition. This is also like, just be true to your heart is what's coming through again, I feel like. Okay, stop playing in my face cards. Behave. I'm getting graphics as well. Like, I don't know if graphics is tying into the patterns and polka dots and stars and stuff like that, but I'm getting like graphics. So graphic tees, like that stuff could be coming through as well. Okay, let's see what these cards say. We have Aragonite, release your emotional baggage. So things could be holding you back emotionally, which is why you don't want to embody this energy fully. You don't want to be in the spotlight. But that's kind of like where you're going to be if you want to be attractive, where you're meant to be, essentially. Okay, we have turquoise, which is prioritize your health, and that's that building muscle. So maybe getting into the gym will make you more attractive. Not even just to build muscle, maybe to lose weight, to be healthy, to create a glow. There's a confidence that people who work out have, that people who don't work out, whether you are skinny, big, whatever, they don't have. So become more active. Here we have Angel Aura Core. Look at how it glows. Of course, you guys get this. There's something that you need to up your aura. And we have Lighten Up. I'm taking that still wear less clothing. I don't know why that just came through. But lighten up the clothing you wear, lighten up the makeup you wear. Less is more for you guys, I feel like, okay? And then we have Garnet, ignite your passion. So whatever this may mean for you, when you feel passionate about something, when what you're wearing lights you up and makes you happy and resonates with who you are on a soul level, I do believe that will make you more attractive, guys. Okay, so, but yeah, there's something here about like, I don't know, like just punching. I don't mean like to actually punch people, but I just mean like to stand out, essentially. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the reading here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 2 or option 2, however you made your way here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about how can you appear or become more attractive. So we're going to get into the aesthetics that may work best for you, the attitude you can embody that will work best for you, the behaviors you could adopt, whatever comes through, what you can accentuate or things like that. We're going to get into stuff like that, okay? So, of course, different things work for different people. So we're going to get into what Spirit recommends for you to become more attractive for people, your blessings, opportunities, your manifestations, stuff like that, okay? A lot of different stuff came through for group 1. So whatever comes through for you, it may not be every single thing that I just listed, but it may be what Spirit is going to be focusing on, thinks is the most important for you to hear. So this reading, I don't even know what inspired it, but I think it's a cute idea. So everybody wants to know what they could do to look a little bit better or attract things better and easier for them. And that may not be what you're wearing now. You may be into dark aesthetic, and that may not work for you, but it may work for someone else. You know what I mean? There's so many ideas on what makes you more attractive. Venus signs, your rising sign, you know what I mean? Wearing this makeup look, wearing that makeup look, accentuating this look. If you have this kind of figure, wearing more stuff like this. We're going to see what Spirit has to say about those things, okay? And let's get into it. Doesn't shuffle your cards that much. I'm trying not to shuffle too much. I still got this cut on my hand. So let's see. For my group 2s, please, Spirit. How can they become more attractive? How can they appear more attractive? What aesthetic should they get into? What attitude should they embody? What behavior should they adopt? Okay. What can they accentuate, right? What energy can they embody? All those things. What can we get for my group 2s, please, Spirit? For my group 2s, we have 5 of Swords. I just heard cat eye. So that could be, for you guys, we have the Emperor. Oh, so you're getting like just down, dirty, and bad energy. We have the Hermit, which is very funny because that contradicts everything the Emperor stands for. Let me stop. And then we have the Star. So major arcana. So it's major. Go big or go home is what I'm hearing for you guys. So cat eye, full glam, like putting that stuff on, right? Bold, dark, black lipstick, red lipstick, things like that. Okay. Oh boy. Look how long her scarf is. Like, no scarf should be all the way down to the floor. What are we doing here? Okay, but look how someone's trying to take a picture. This could be someone trying to take a picture of you, or you're taking a picture of yourself, right? Or the people. So maybe the photographer look, whatever that means. That could resonate for somebody in particular. But it's funny how in both of these cards we have the stars behind them. That's coming through. Okay, so let's see what comes through for you guys. I am getting very trench coat vibes. I don't think it's called old money, but the women who walk around with the turtlenecks, right? The turtlenecks, right? The gold earrings, very like clean, beautiful, but their faces like always beat. Their faces beat every day of the week, okay? They have the turtleneck, the trench coat, right? They have the slack pants with the spacey bottoms. Like, is it called boot cut or like whatever you want to call it, with the boots on or the heels on, that kind of thing. They have like their little expensive bag kind of thing. You look expensive and well put together is the vibe that I'm getting for you guys. But it's kind of like, it's intimidating in a way because we have the Emperor coming through, and that is quite intimidating, okay? So that's what I was saying, the cat eye, like just sharp, not a thing out of place, right? I'm hearing like tight buns, what do they call it? A chignon? Oh, I've never known how to pronounce that freaking word, but I always see it when I'm reading books or something. I'm like, how the heck do you pronounce that? It's 𝐓𝐈𝐷𝐿𝐿. I believe it's a chignon. I don't know. Or like a bun, but with like little hair tendrils coming out of it. You know what I mean? Or the buns that they wear, where they put their chopstick in and there's like a little bit of hair coming out of it, like to give that little, but it's tight everywhere else. It's tight, it's slick, not a hair out of place, but only in the back where the hair is like being held by whatever it's being held by. It could be a clip, it could be a ribbon, it could be whatever. It's like little tufts of hair coming out. Okay, that's kind of what's coming through here. It's like very elegant, very classy is the kind of energy coming through for you guys, I feel like, so far. The Emperor is literally royalty, so that would also tie into that as well. It's looking very regal, very royal dresses, right? Okay, and it's funny how I was mentioning like the gold earrings, and that's kind of what she's wearing over here. Like, if you can see it, this side, the circular earrings coming through, but on one side she's wearing like an N, and then the other side she's wearing an O. Is that supposed to say no? That is hilarious if it is. But this could also be like a lightning bolt, and the other side is kind of like a circle, whatever you want it to be. But look at how behind her we have like this volcano waiting to erupt, right? And I just heard like Mrs. Trunchbull, I think that's the lady's name from Matilda, and how she was very much like her hair was always back. And she was like very much like my way or the highway. She was slapping her freaking ruler on the desk like, you better listen to me, I'm being like principal, school, office wear is kind of the vibe that's coming through for you guys. That could accentuate you and make you more attractive. Like being very strategic and intentional about what you wear is what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of neutrals. I'm getting pantsuits for my women. I'm getting actual suits for my men. I'm getting pencil skirts for my women. I'm getting slacks for my women. I'm getting for everybody, honestly, but most men don't wear skirts, so you see what I mean there. Like the pencil skirts, the crisp, no wrinkle, white button-down shirt, okay? For some of you, maybe bow ties could be in. Maybe some of you like to dress more masculine. For my feminines, in the sense of like you wear bow ties and stuff like that. Maybe show a little chest. A little chest is showing here, like long. Like, what would this be called? I don't know. But just, openings that go far down. That's the best way I can put it. Show a little bit of cleavage, show a little bit of chest, you know what I mean? There's statement pieces that come with what you wear. So for her in this freaking outfit, it's this long ass scarf, okay? but it matches the socks that she's wearing, right? You see what I mean? There's a piece that stands out among the outfits. Here, it's the trench coat that stands out among everything else that she's wearing. Here, it's the necklace, the school bus. So dressing like the way teachers dress, like very, is it like business casual? Like office wear, business casual is kind of coming through. And she's also kind of giving me the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. I'm also hearing puffy sleeves for some of you, off the shoulder for others of you. What is the style that I used to wear a lot of? It was like, there was like a hole where the sleeve would be, but it wasn't fully sleeveless. It was just like, is it a keyhole or something? And where like you see a little bit of arm, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's coming through. Playing with different colors, because usually normally these colors wouldn't really, I wouldn't say they go together. You know, purple with the blue and the green, but it's kind of working for her here. I would say it works for her. And then she's wearing boots with it as well. This is like giving me mom dropping off her kids at school, right? Or she's going into the office, right? She's like going to a showing, realtor kind of energy. So professional is the energy coming through for you guys, right? Chic, right? Chignon. Don't start with me, I'm sorry. I can't with myself sometimes. Her as well, boots. Like maybe like a very like always ready to go on a hike kind of energy, comfy, cozy, but also still like sophisticated. Because she's also wearing another trench coat in this card here, but it's also paired with like, we can't even see what it's paired with, but it's paired with a dark shirt. It's paired with some regular old jeans, but then like I said, it's giving like boots. So far we're getting a lot of boots coming through here. I don't know what that aesthetic would be called, honestly. Is it outdoorsy? Maybe. Okay. And then for others of you, it's just giving anything that makes you stand out. Some of you could have felt called to group one if what I'm, mentioning right now doesn't really resonate with what you would ever want to wear. And not that what makes you attractive is what you would want to wear, but this is just suggestions from spirit, okay? What I'm channeling. But that could be coming through for some of you. But like I said, the star is coming through. It's like you're outdoorsy is what I'm getting for you guys. That's the, I guess, outdoorsy, but not in like a bohemian kind of way, like in a ready to go on a hike kind of way. You're always wearing a scarf. You know those girls who always wear scarves? Whether it's cold or hot, and I'm just like, well, why is there a scarf? But that's their little personal touch onto their outfit, or the women who know how to properly wear those long scarves with those pea coats. A pea coat is coming through, a trench pea coat. It's giving, what's her name? Olivia Pope. Stop playing. Olivia Pope to the gods. She always had a silk press. Her hair was always like beat down, okay? She was always in heels. She was always in flowy pantsuits, kind of, you know what I mean? That kind of energy, office, But then there's also like another side that's coming through where it's like more outdoorsy, very natural, not trying very hard, but there's little pieces that you throw into the outfit to make it like look good or to add your own little spin on it, if you will. You know what I mean? Okay. And oh my gosh, I believe I was like watching some video, and I don't remember what kind of video it was, but they were saying how French girls always just so effortlessly get their hair caught up in their sleeve or in their jacket or in their scarf in this case. And that's their look. And only in France the girls do that. Like, their hair is tucked away. So that could also be, so like I said, chic. Okay? French chic, business chic. That's kind of coming through, okay? But it's kind of giving like, how can I describe it? There's a show on something where it's like what's her name? She's like a Spanish lady and she's like ruling over a cartel. And I can't remember the name of the show. But it's like, I think it's like the Empress or something. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I found the name of this. I had to look it up. It's called Queen of the South, I believe it is. And I'm about to show you what she's looking like in the picture that is coming up for the show. Give me a second. I kind of have my flash on, so it's hard for you to see it. But look at how she's looking. Her hair, like I said, slick back to the gods. okay? And she's kind of like wearing the hoops, and she's also wearing like the pantsuit kind of thing. That's what's coming through for y'all. That's what's coming through for y'all, okay? Whatever that look is, it's like boss mode. I'm going into the office, CEO. I own my own company, Fortune 500. I'm rich, like that kind of thing. It's like that's what that's coming through, and I'm pretty sure would have been wearing like a pea coat kind of thing. But I'm also, like I said, like for you guys, I'm getting Olivia Pope as well. But I'm just getting those, like, I don't know. Let me look up business chic and see if it gives me anything juicy. Yeah, I looked it up. It's business chic. That's exactly what I'm talking about. For some of you, it's going to be frilly skirts, right? Some of you is going to be long, flowy pants, but pantsuits. Like, it's giving Capricorn. Like, I have a Capricorn rising or a Capricorn midheaven, and I'm just going to be the boss of everything. Like, I just want to pick up the phone and show you all the styles. Just so you guys get a little bit of a, like, you know, this lady right here is perfectly embodying what I was thinking about. This lady here is also pretty cute. This lady here is giving the Olivia Pope that I was picking up on. These ladies are all giving, you know, business. Let me move down the mouse so you guys can see a little bit more. This right here is a really good vibe for what I was talking about as well. This lady right here, okay? Who else? This lady right here is a trench coat that I was talking about, the pea coat. Like, you look, this is giving the French chic schoolgirl vibe that was kind of coming through. You know what I mean? Elegant, classy energy, okay? But basically, I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. That kind of vibe is coming through for you guys, just mainly. Others of you are giving this vibe, the business chic, but with some boots, where it's casual, you know, where I can go for a hike. Maybe not a hike, but if I wanted to, I could definitely hike because I'm wearing the proper shoes, you know? But that's definitely a lot of turtlenecks, okay? A lot of, like, I'm not getting linen, but I'm definitely getting, like, I don't know what the material would be called, okay? But I know I get the vibe. I showed you enough evidence of what I'm talking about. But that's what I feel like will work for you guys. I think that's mostly what it's called. Because I look corporate chic is what's coming through as well. That's what I'm hearing. But my chic fashion obsession, that's the name of it. Modern, trendy, business attire is what's coming through for y'all. Okay, anywho. And business casual as well. But like to accentuate it with, like I showed you the lady, she had like a long, a bunch of necklaces, you know, make it your own. Don't just do what everyone else is doing. Okay. That's what I'm getting for y'all, okay, mostly. And then we have like a more of a flowery, very feminine side. Here we have this lady with all her little freckles. Like, I think you can see it. Like her little bit of freckles there, you know what I mean? But she's like giving like very feminine, very soft, but also still like fierce, right? So like a lot of bold reds. Like I said in the beginning, bold, 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 bold cat eye, bold this. Some of you, freckles is definitely coming through. A lot of red, a lot of colors, things that just give like sexy woman, you know, force to be reckoned with kind of energy. But I do believe you guys are able to pull off like casual as well, because there's something about the way you dress that pulls off casual. You're going to add your own spin to it with this star energy, with the unconventional, or, you know, unconventionality of the star coming into an Aquarius energy, which is, okay, this is business chic, this is couture, this is whatever, but I'm putting my own spin on it. I'm adding my own flavor. You know what I mean? Okay, so maybe you're someone who does work corporate jobs, and it's kind of like I can't really do much besides this, but you can make it your own. Okay, you can make it your own. You can add pops of color, right? You can add different, you know, textures as well. You could put a little tie on there. You know how people others you were giving like preppy as well. For my guys and for my girls, preppy, which is why that like tennis outfit, tennis chic that's going around lately is kind of coming through with the collared, no sleeve, you know, kind of crop shirt with the frilly pleated skirts. That kind of thing would work for you guys as well. It's giving old money basically, or essentially, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's coming through. But I do feel like I said, it could be something you have to wear on the daily. So you have to find ways to make it your own. Like this girl right here is slaying. Oh my gosh, look at her. Like, I love this. I love this. If I could pull this off, I totally would. Look, this is a good example. You see how this lady right here is playing with the color of it all? Yeah, she got to go into the office, but she's putting her own spin on it, right? Sunglasses could be a big thing coming. Not my hand in the way. I'm so sorry. Sunglasses could be a thing for you guys as well. This is the kind of tennis outfit that I was kind of talking about as well. And look at the crop shirt. So it's giving you're making business attire sexy. To put long story short, okay? But this is also kind of giving like comfortable, like I said, comfy. You're making it look comfortable. So let's keep going to see what else comes through for you guys. But yeah, the things that you could do everyday things in, because this is also kind of, I felt called to look at the bottom of the deck earlier for you guys. And here's the Knight of Pentacles. And this is kind of the same vibe, the very loose fitting shirt, right? Just going on a regular stroll, everyday clothing. I don't think you have to do much because I do believe your aura is also just giving, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going. That's the aura or the energy you can embody, right? I don't have to rush. I'm taking my time, leisure, casual, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Where you're adding style to it. A purse is coming through for you guys. I don't know what kind of purse, but a bag, an expensive one made of leather. I'm hearing real Italian leather. It's coming through for y'all. Okay, well, you know what I mean? I'm getting a full dress, like with a collar. How can I describe it? There's like this like knitted, let me see if I can look it up. So things like this are coming through for you guys. You see? This is the inspiration. Okay, so just giving, think Vanderbilt, that kind of money. Just look rich. That's all that I can say. Like, oh my gosh. But that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like called like chenille or something, where it's just like you look rich, okay? And look at this Balmain V-neck buttoned strong shoulder. Whatever they're trying to say right now, that is sold at Bergdorf Goodman. Like, look at this dress. Look how fancy and rich she looks. She is expensive. She almost $3,000. Buy it from Balmain. And I do believe Balmain is like Paris, if I'm even pronouncing it right, y'all. Look at this dress. What are you telling me? Look at that. It's giving boss lady, right? I'm on my way. I'm doing great things. Nine of Pentacles is like minding my business, making my money, focused on the bag. Okay? This is giving the girls going to brunch, just casually taking pictures because they just have money like that. The Hermit is also like giving reserve to yourself. That can be the energy you have to embody as well. Virgo is very well put together, very clean, very hygienic. You smell good, you look good. Your clothes have a nice hue to it. You know, you wash them properly with the right products, that kind of thing. No stain in sight. So it's just giving how can I say it? Like, you know, a king or a queen that's like well taken care of is kind of the vibe coming through for y'all, okay? I don't know how else to explain it. I don't want to like just get crazy now and just keep saying the same thing in a different font, okay? But that's basically what's coming through. Okay. Now we're going to get to these cards here. But it's giving the girls who blog everything, the girls who go to brunch, the girls who just film and take pictures of their food and they have nothing else to worry about. They're having 4-course meals, 5-course meals, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting for y'all. That's y'all look. That's how you can become more attractive, I feel like. Looking like you know where you're going. You're not looking around helpless. And here we have bountiful harvest. If that is not a freaking confirmation. And then we have Mother Nature. See, this is the duality that I was talking about. It's giving Mother Nature very natural, you know what I mean? Natural beauty, looking like you. So maybe Bohemian is coming through for some of y'all as well. I'm sorry for saying knocked out, but I wasn't really getting. Wait, where's that for group 1? I'd be forgetting, y'all. Anyway, that is kind of coming through. But like, I think it was for you. I'm like, oh, it's giving Bohemian, but really not. It's giving like country mountain climbing. Yes, mountain climbing, hiking, that kind of energy. So some of you like going from this to that, Mother Nature. Someone who looks like they're of, like they can go for a run, you know. Being more out in nature, period, right? Flowers could be something coming through. Put that in your hair, on your clothes, wear flowery clothing, summery clothing. That's what I'm getting from this lady right here, the Emperor. Very flowery, pretty, feminine clothing. But with like a hue of richness to it. That's your thing. That's all that's coming through for you. I'm not getting anything else, honestly. Okay? Besides the whole mountain, boots, kind of thing. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Anything else? Let's get this deck here and see what's coming through for this deck here. Like, I wanted to use the mountains and the fairies deck because what's more beautiful and attractive than mountains and fairies and their, you know, beautiful magic. Let's see what's coming through for my group twos. Please spare my group twos. Furs is coming through as well. Blues. And this is kind of like giving maybe like maybe country girl chic as well. That's kind of what I'm getting, like, you know, flannel, right? You know, shorts, that kind of thing. You ride a horse, hop on a horse, go for a walk, go for a hike. That kind of things was coming through. So not just bohemian, not just countryside, but mountainside, you know, beach side with the bleach and flowy dresses. You know, someone who's like always traveling somewhere and has to have a different outfit. Okay, V-necks is kind of what I see, but like longer than a V-neck. That's what was kind of coming through in this card at the beginning. I was like, I don't know what that thing is called, but like showing chest, I guess a V-neck. I'm hearing a sweetheart neckline as well. But you're just giving old money. Okay, we have crying out. Interesting. This is giving me Cruella de Vil. It gave me something else in another reading, but for this reading, it's giving me Cruella de Vil. And you see how she was a fashion designer. If you watch the Emma Stone version, where before she turned evil, she was a fashion designer being taken advantage of, and how when she became fancy, it's funny how I was talking about fur. Now it's coming through this Cruella de Vil character, kind of, you know, that's what it's giving me. How she, even if she had to hurt them dogs, she was wearing their fur, ghetto. You know, but maybe faux fur for you, hopefully. Okay? And you're not out here trying to kill up these animals. Not you hunt, like, stop it. It's giving me someone who goes hunting for their stuff first and then wears it. Like, what? Men do that, right? Back in the days, we had to find animals where we could, you know, take them and wear their fur in order to stay alive. And now it's called inhumane, you know? Because now there's faux fur, but there's so many other things we can use to keep us warm that we don't have to go around stealing animals' fur, because they need it too. Okay, here we have backwards is forwards. I don't know how this would translate for you guys. Maybe the things that don't work for everyone else kind of works for you, is what I'm, you know, kind of trying to get from that. This is also giving Eskimo vibes, and that's what was coming through with the whole fur, and that's what this lady's kind of giving. Scooch, Cruella. This lady is giving Eskimo vibes. Tell me she isn't. She's giving Kdrama from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and how she always wore her like two-piece thing with her fur coat. Okay. Here we have jokes on you, but look at this funky style we have coming through here. It's definitely giving, like, you know, I'm hearing Navajo, it's giving Native American, it's giving patterns, it's giving feathers, stuff like that is also coming through. I don't know what the style would be for this. Maybe some of you know, but like the hats, and look at the pattern. Look how beautiful this is. This is actually really gorgeous. So traditional. I think most of you are already doing these, which is why it's just like straightforward to the point. Playful could also be a vibe coming through for you that makes you more attractive, being more playful. Backwards is forwards. What I do know about this card is it's a jokester spirit who tricks people to protect animals, right? So maybe there's a style that activists wear. I don't know. But that's coming through. This guy, I forget his name, but basically his whole thing is about protecting animals from humans. So he fools them by making the prince in the forest go the opposite wrong way, you know? Here we have overflowing wealth. Look at how beautiful she's dressed as well, you know? That's kind of coming through, like adorning yourself with things that make you look rich and of means. I love this. She's actually really beautiful. This is the first time I'm getting her. Overflowing wealth. I don't know, that's right. Shoot, we have bountiful harvest and overflowing wealth. What more do you need? We have dancing the light. This is also giving more playful vibes. So I do believe you guys need to embody a more playful energy. And then we have wayward paths, which is like things. See, backwards is forwards for y'all, because sometimes it's looking rich, sometimes it's looking of like nature. See, that's kind of what I'm getting, because this wayward path is giving, there's a bunch of different paths that you can walk down in order to get the look that you're going for or to be attractive. You know, it's not just one thing for you guys. That's rich, biche, Is the main one coming through a rich person, rich guy? Is the main one coming through suits? You know what I mean? Bow ties, three-piece suits, you know, what do they call tuxedos, stuff like that. That's coming through for, you know, but that's also you. There's also other ways to be attractive. You can look like you're, you know, from nature, which is what this vibe is kind of giving me. The Native American people are, you know, they grew up in nature. They know they're one with nature, and they kind of wear stuff like that as well. Traditional garbs, and that's also what this lady here with Wayward Past is giving me. Traditional ceremonial things as well. And it's also kind of giving me, because look at this African queen coming through here. And African people, they know how to get down with the get down. They know how to look rich when it comes to their weddings and all that kind of stuff, you know? So maybe looking more, like I said, just more extravagant is coming through as well. And then we also have the people who, like, you know, in India wear the full garb and they go all out every day with glitter and gold. Bye, later. And gold. See you when I see you, that part. Like wearing all the rich, fancy things that just like make them look like us. Like they come from someone, they're proud of their heritage. So some of you like are like have ceremonial garbs, or you have like specific clothing and accessories that are known or that come from your background or ethnicity, whatever you want to call it, you know, culture. Better word, thank you. That comes from your culture. That's what you're being asked to wear as well, to show your pride in your culture. Okay, which is why it's like there's so many things you do to look attractive. I feel like, you guys, it's not just one size fits all for y'all. There's a bunch of different ways, but like being proud of where you come from, you know, what you provide, being prideful. I think it's the same thing as proud, but oh Lord, let me stop. But that's what's coming through here. No matter what culture you come from, being proud to wear the garbs that set you apart, essentially, you know? This is all about being set apart, wearing things that make you look like you're like from a different tax bracket than other people. When we as a society look at you, it's giving chic, it's giving, you know, refined, it's giving regal, it's giving royal, even for some of you, because we have the emperor here, and the emperor is royalty, like I said earlier. Okay, so now we're gonna get some cards from the Daily Crystal deck and see what comes through for my group twos. We have Carnelian, feed your creativity. This could even be telling you to mix up all those styles together, because that's what I was kind of saying in the beginning with the scarf, but she's wearing it so long, and then she's wearing it with like mountain climbing, you know, hiking boots, I guess you could say. And it's kind of like those two styles don't go together, but they do on her. Which is what I was saying with the star. Make those looks a little more unconventional. Make them look more cozy and comfortable. Make them more you. Maybe you're someone who loves to look fancy and chic, but you don't like wearing heels. Then wear them boots if you wanna. Okay? Those women who walk around who wear those scarves and make them look rich, but they're not like, you know, I just can't explain it any better, right? You have that effect on clothing. Whatever you're wearing will look expensive and well put together because it's you in it. And that's the energy that you embody. Confidence, refined. Like you mean something. Everyone means something, but you come from something. You come from somewhere, you know? Oh Lord, this reading's going left. I can't. Okay. What else for my group twos? Please, Spirit, what else for my group twos? We have Iolite. Shift your money mindset. How many more times can money come through, child? But passion, sexy, money, put those two together. Feed your creativity and look rich while doing it, essentially, okay? Just be you. And turquoise, prioritize your health. This came through for group one, and the star came through for group one. So I feel like some of you are from group one as well. You're trying to explore many different things. Love that for you. And that's why it's like wayward path with this card here. It's going to be a bunch of different stuff. It's going to be your cultural garb. It's going to be your business attire. It's going to be when you're going for a freaking walk in the mountains. It's going to be when you're going to the beach and wearing flowy things. No matter what you're wearing, it's the body inside of it that's making it look rich, not what you put on, right? So no matter what you do, you're giving this vibe, period. End of story. But prioritizing your health could also be helpful. I was mentioning that in group one, where like people who go to the gym just inherently have that glow of not I'm better than you, but some of them do definitely have that glow. But it's kind of like, I work out, I take care of myself, I love my body. And it shows in what I wear and how I carry the body that I'm in, okay? So I feel like it doesn't matter what you wear as long as you're carrying that I belong here, I'm rich, not I'm better than you, but kind of energy. I do believe that's what's gonna make you attractive. The body in the clothing, not just the clothing itself, okay? That emperor vibe of I belong here, like I'm that pearl, I'm that pearl. And you know, pearls, more than diamonds or anything else, is what rich women love to wear to show that they're rich, especially the older women. Like, I have my pearls, right? Pearls are not cheap. They're more like expensive than even diamonds because they're harder to find. So you're not even a diamond, you're a pearl. Exactly, to show that you're that girl, I meant to say, not you're that pearl. But that that works. Anyway, that's all that I have for you guys. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always do that using my email in the description box below. That pearl is funny. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3 or however you made your way here, welcome. Thank you for joining us here today. Today, we're going to be getting into how can you appear or become more attractive aesthetically, attitude-wise, behaviorally, or what can you do to accentuate or embody? What can you do to accentuate what you already have or embody something else? So all of these are not going to come through, but I feel like what you need to hear will come through at the end of the day, okay? So group 1 and group 2 were very different, but I feel like they heard what they needed to hear, and it did kind of add little bits and pieces of all those things into it, but I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to hear about every single one of those things. So I don't want to hear, you only talked about this thing, you didn't even talk about anything else. Maybe those readings can come later on down the line. I can focus on one thing, but this reading came to me so abstract, I wasn't sure what to even say or title it, okay? So whatever the title is, and whatever you're hearing right now, and whatever you will hear in the reading is whatever comes through, okay? So different things work for different people. I'm asking Spirit today in this reading, what works for you to make you more attractive? Period. Point blank at the end of the day. Whether it's what comes through aesthetically, what comes through in how you act, what comes through in how you behave, what comes through in what you can accentuate on your body that you already have, right? What energy you can embody, things like that. So let's get into it. I want to shuffle the cards one more time before we start. You know, most people are like, dress like your Venus sign. Other people, dress like your rising sign. Then we have what people? We have the people who are talking about kibby body types and how to dress for your body type. And there's so many things. I want to see what Spirit has to say. Okay? So for my group 3s, please, Spirit, how can they appear or become more attractive via their aesthetic, their attitude, their behavior? Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. We have a card. We have a card. We have 10 of Cups. Juicy. I'm not getting a vibe on that yet, so we're going to keep shuffling. How could they appear, become more happy? I mean, the 10 of Cups is happiness. What? And then I just say that, wait. How can they appear, become more happy? Wait, that was a total slip, but it tracks. Okay, so let's keep going. What? Your cards are acting crazy. You have 8 of Cups. Trying new things, not just sticking to one thing for too long. I'm also hearing exploring. The 8 of Cups doesn't usually give me exploring with the meaning of the card because it means walking away from things that are satisfactory, that's not extraordinary, like, oh, that's all right, that's cool and everything, right? And that's literally what the 10 of Cups means. You're walking away to get to the 10 of Cups. So we're gonna move these around. How about that? 8 of Cups is I could live with this, that's fine, that's cool, and move on to, oh, this is me, I love this, I love it here, this is, you know what I mean, so excited, this is extraordinary, this is amazing, fantastic, all those beautiful words, instead of just, meh, this is satisfactory, This is okay, right? And it's funny because when I was in high school, that's what they would like when they would give progress reports during the middle of the semester before we got our credit report cards, not credit cards, child. Maybe using a credit card. I don't know. Now my stomach is hurting. Relax. Hold on. A lot is happening at once. Let us calm down. When we got a progress report in high school to tell us how we were doing throughout the year before we got our report cards, they would use words like S, and that was satisfactory. And they would use words like E, and that meant excellent. And E was the best you could get. So if you had E, you knew you had at least an A or a B plus. If you had satisfactory, you was definitely rocking with a B or a C plus, right? And then we had like, what was it? Was it like, I don't think they said F. It was something else. It was a U, like unsatisfactory. And that was probably like a D or F, right? So they would give us like letters and to tell us how we were doing so far. And I do believe that maybe right now, or you could be satisfactory. You're happy with how you look. It's all right. It's meh. But in order for you to become more attractive, you have to feel great, amazing how you look. And that could mean getting into the gym. That could mean buying more clothes. That could mean putting more effort into how you look in the morning, waking up an hour earlier and putting on makeup every day if you must, right? Or adopting a 15-minute makeup routine that you put on every day that's like your form of glamour magic before you leave. Putting on your face, if you will. You have to go out to the world and present as. And then you have the face at home. But the face you present the world is how people perceive you. That's how you attract things in life. And that's what you need to put on before you leave the house every morning, every day. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like use these things as like, what do they say? Rituals or, what is the word? Amulets. Yeah, your clothes, specific kinds of clothes that make you feel a certain kind of way. And if only a specific kind of clothes make you feel a specific kind of way, stick to it. If you're already doing that, great. That's how you can stay in this attractive energy. But let's keep going. Let's not get distracted. Need more cards. But I love that these cards came out. The Cups energy is doing what makes you happy, essentially. We have the Page of Wands. This is the exploring energy. Exactly. So at this point, Spirit is just saying explore. Don't stick to one thing. Don't put yourself in a box. Nobody puts baby in a corner, right? Maybe some of you, your aesthetic is baby. You know what I mean? Cutesy, girly, that kind of thing. But don't just stop there. If that works for you and it's happy and it's satisfactory, keep looking. Keep exploring different aesthetics. You know what I mean? But cutesy is definitely coming through because the pages are the children, the kids, the little energy, in the deck. Maybe some of you are littles, We have Three of Swords. Maybe you have to step into a heartbreaker kind of energy. Heartbreaker. Can I get a clarifier for the Three of Swords? Why is that here? I'm hearing like, oh, that's 3 cards. That's too many. Pat Benatar. Maybe rocker energy is coming through for you guys. Excuse me. Rocker chick. Rocker chic look. And then we have the Tower. Which is a part of the 3 cards, Ace of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. What? This is something else. And I asked for a clarifier for the 3 of Swords. So it's kind of like spending money, which is what your 10 of Pentacles is giving me right now. Spending money towards your looks, okay? Or towards your body, towards what makes you feel good, right? Whatever that may mean for you. For some people, it may be cosmetic surgery. For some people, it may mean getting your nails done. For some people, it may mean investing in, good makeup or better skincare or the gym. You know what I mean? Or, dance classes that make you feel sexy or pole classes, right? Or heels, you know what I mean? Or investing in trying to walk in heels if that makes you feel sexier. Stuff like that is coming through. Oh boy, overall, that's coming through for you guys. This is also giving vacation chic, if that makes sense. And that can tie into what makes you happy. Dress like you're going on a vacation every day. That is the perfect word of advice, I would feel like, for how to be more attractive. You know how we like to show out when we going out to on vacations? We love to show out. We're getting our hair done. We're getting our nails done. We're spending all this money before we even go on the trip. 10 of Pentacles, spending coins. We're spending so much money before we even get on the trip that when we get there, we're showing out. Toes did, hair did, and everything did, right? That's the kind of energy, showing yourself to the world, presenting yourself as like this fine specimen. I just heard fine, SHIT. And that's been going around on social media lately, right? Oh, when I'm talking to fine-ish, right? And I just can't stand social media sometimes, because why is that a thing? Please stop the madness, okay? But that's what you're coming through as, or that's what you're being asked to embody, just looking that great on a regular basis, okay? But yeah, looking good all the time. No slouching, no wearing whatever, no. We're putting things together, we're putting that ish on, okay? Here we have her in overalls, and we have her in this cute little bit, she's small. Look at her in the top. The top is matching with the bun. She has the tendrils coming out, and it's so casually well put together, but she still looks amazing. You will look at this shot and say, look at you. You come from a house that people care about you. Oh my gosh, you look like you come from somewhere, right? Caribbeans love to joke and say, oh, you look like you don't have no house and no home, like nobody cares about you. That's what my grandma used to be saying to my sister whenever she would just throw on anything and be like, I don't care how I look. And she's like, oh, people need to know you come from, like, people care about how you know, that kind of thing, where you need to dress like you come from somewhere, like people care about how you're leaving the house, right? And I'm like, if she want to dress that way, let her dress that way. She's like, no, she comes from here and tries to dress this kind of way. And I'm like, whatever, I'm done arguing with you, ma'am, okay? But I'm like, you're definitely giving that vibe, looking like you come from somewhere every time you leave the house. Like, every time, you know? Makeup always on, hair always done, things always looking extravagant, that kind of thing, nails always did. That's what's coming through for y'all, okay? Ten of Pentacles is spending money to look a certain kind of way. And look how nice and well put together she looks. I love her style in here. She's looking, you can't even see the full effect. She's looking, yeah. Okay? And out of these three people, look at her compared to, no offense, no tea, no shade to the people in the cards, okay? To the cartoon characters in the cards. Look at them, and then look at her. Who's the dog coming to? Who's Big Papa? Let me stop. Who's Big Mama? Who's Big Papa? Who's Big Man on campus? Who's HBIC? Who's head person in charge? Who's serving the looks? This lady right here, okay? Whether it's short hair, long hair, and I just saw 1111. So when people see you, they take notice. You're not going to see 4 ones in a row and not be like, oh, what is that about, right? That's the wish come true, wish fulfillment number, okay? And that's the 10 of Cups coming through as well, wish fulfillment energy, okay? So, yeah, you guys are getting that energy. We have 10s across the board is what I just heard, because I realized we just got 2 10s coming out. So 10s across the board is what's coming through. But even in this deck here, I'm hearing Sex and the City. I think it is Sex and the City. We have, these are giving the 4 friends. And all the friends have their own unique style sense or fashion sense. But when they were together, it looked like it was all cohesive. Like, you know what I mean? They were one unit. One of them wasn't looking raggedy daggedy and the rest of them were looking well put together. They were all looking well put together. Okay? That's what I'm getting for y'all here. So we have this vacation attire with the shorts and the regular, you know, striped shirt. Then here we have the romper, because we can see a little slit in the back. So it's giving booty, so it's giving a romper, right? But look at how it has, like, it's bright and it's standing out. And then look, you see her nails is did? Stop playing in my face. And then here we have the even fancier friend right here, where her booty's showing and it's like giving romper as well. And then we have the next friend giving romper as well. This is the only friend that's sticking out like a sore thumb because she's wearing just jeans, but she still looks good, right? But all of them have their nails done from what I can see in the picture. They all look great. They're all giving just like very fashionable, you know? They love them a good pattern, right? Okay, pattern beauty can be important for you guys. I don't know if Patrick could be coming through as well. The only Patricks that I know, and I heard very specifically Patrick Ta, and he is someone who does makeup. But Patrick Star is also one size as well, and he's really good with makeup stuff too, right? And they're all like very extravagant energy, okay? So I'm hearing dressed like a gay guy, you know what I mean? No tea, no shade, no offense to nobody, but you know, it's just giving. They always they know how to dress. If you know, you know, right? Take no offense to anything I just said. Gay men know how to dress, Stop it. They're putting that stuff on. Their makeup is beat to the gods, right? So we have Patrick Ta and Patrick Star. Patrick Ta is Patrick Ta Cosmetics, and Patrick Star is One Size Cosmetics. Because we ain't talking about Patrick. Is it Patrick Star? I believe it is. Because there's also Patrick Star from SpongeBob. And nobody want to dress like him. You don't want to dress like Patrick. So he ain't coming through. The other Patrick is coming through, okay? Yeah, that's coming through, okay? And Patrick Ta, his stuff ain't cheap. Neither is Patrick Star's. Neither is One Size. One Size, they want a pretty penny for they stuff. I remember I went in Sephora, I feel like it was 2 weeks ago, and I was like, there was this girl that I had seen where I think it was like a forehead primer, a sweat primer, because I do believe Patrick Star is like a plus size baddie, and he sweats a lot, okay, and so do I. So I know my forehead is going to be the first thing to go if I'm wearing makeup and I'm not wearing the proper, of course, setting spray or primer. The makeup's going to slither off that face and I'm going to be melting out in public. He has like a forehead primer, and I saw this other girl on TikTok using it. I'm like, wait, hold up, what's that? And then I went to Sephora and I'm like, wait, why it's so expensive? So you know what I mean? That kind of thing. You're buying the nice quality products, and that will add to your attractiveness. Investing. 10 of Pentacles. And I'm still holding it. This is the card of the hour. Investing in your looks. Investing in your confidence. Like I said, taking those classes that make you feel sexier, whether it's dance class, right? Whether it's salsa, bachata, whatever it may be. Investing in those classes. Investing in that good makeup. Investing in that good hair care. Because one thing about me, whenever winter comes around, because I still sweat no matter what, which is so annoying, I rarely like straighten my hair or blow it out because it's gonna poof up next day. Not even next day, a few hours later. But there's like this, I think it's a Dream Coat. It's supposed to be anti-frizz and like add extra shine and health to your hair when you straighten it out. It's also supposed to be slightly waterproof, so even if you do sweat, the hair doesn't immediately poof up when it dries, right? And that is like, it's at Sephora as well, and it ain't cheap. So I'm like, stuff like that. If you want to wear makeup every day, but you sweat it all off, invest in that forehead primer from One Size, right? If you want to straighten your hair, but it poofs up, invest in that Dream Coat anti-frizz and, supposed to be anti-humidity spray before you blow dry your hair. And there's also something else that was coming through. I'm just talking too much. What else? Oh, there was this girl that I saw at a bar a few weeks, like it was like a month or two ago, and her hair was like straight. And I'm like, girl, what you do to keep your hair straight? Mine poof up. She said keratin treatment or something. She said something about keratin or something about a hair protein, something like that. I don't know what she said. I think it was keratin something. And I looked it up, and it was like something where you put in your hair and it helps it stay straight for a longer amount of time. And okay, girl, it's still looking good. I think it was still hot. That's why it was still hot outside and it was mad humid in the barn. I'm like, girl, your hair ain't poofing up. She's like, no, I do keratin something. And I'm like, oh, okay. So investing in expensive practices, nails, like I said, makeup, and the things that keep you looking good is how you boost your attractiveness, okay? Hats are also coming through because we have a hat coming through in this card and in this card. So hats can be important for you. We're going to put the 10s together. But I do believe this 8 of Cups and this Page of Wands is like exploring new products and exploring new things and exploring new aesthetics. As long as you're exploring things that make you feel more attractive or make you look good, I believe you're going to be coming off as someone's attractive, right? Investing in yourself and your looks and beauty, that's all that matters for you guys, right? Then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's like a romantic charm that's coming through for you guys. So dressing romantically, so coquette. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just love that word. I love it. Okay. Coquette is what's coming through. What I'm getting from this Ace of Cups coming through here. That's the romantic aesthetic. And you see how I was mentioning very girly at the beginning of the reading when we have this Page of Wands here? That's what I'm seeing when I'm looking up coquette. Like, baddies. Hold up. Let me try to... I'm sure you can look it up yourself and it will come through. But like very girly, very flowy, very like... Not little girly, but there's bows involved, right? There's frilly dresses, like just girly. I'm gonna leave it at that. But give me a second. Look at this, straight pink. There's cotton, there's ribbons in the hair, there's dresses, there's heels with the dresses. So of course it's not just all girly, but lots of ribbons, lots of bows, really girly, really pink, that kind of thing. That's the aesthetic coming through for you guys. Look at this, look at her right here, look at that, she looks so little. So maybe it is giving like a little girly maybe for some of you. Okay, that did come through in the beginning, doll, like a doll. Absolutely. That's coming through for y'all. Like soft whites and let me stop. I'm getting like wistful, whimsical vibes from you guys as well. Like lace, but it's like giving a sexy turn to little girly wear, you know? Because little girls, and then grown women are grown women, right? There's a distinct difference, but dressing more like whimsical and, you know, stuff like that ain't never hurt nobody. Because there's like an air of like rich to it. It's soft girl kind of energy. You know what I mean? That's what's coming through for y'all. That could make you more attractive. Like, yeah, that's a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort, coquette. When I be trying to do it, I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of this, grandpa. It's a lot. Like a lot of upkeep is what it is. And a lot of different moving parts that you have to make fit together so well. You know what I mean? And then there's romantic charm. They put it together perfectly. The features of coquette is vintage inspired fashion. So vintage, okay? Then you mix it with romantic charm. That's that whimsical energy coming through. Then we have feminine elegance. So anything overtly feminine is coming through, no matter what color, okay? And then we have playful vibes and timeless allure. So yeah, this is so exciting. I wonder what pile I would get if I were to choose. That's going to be exciting for me to figure out. So I'm like, I want to know what my look, I want to know what to do. I feel like I'm quite attractive already, but you know what I mean? You never know what spirit is like, hey, this will throw you into the stratosphere if you would just go this route, okay? There's also a reader on YouTube. What's her name? Lexi the Leo. I love me some Lexi the Leo. Her, like whenever you see her setup, or if you were to go look on her Instagram, like she definitely gives that romantic charm and timeless allure. She loves the pink. It's very Venusian, like centered or focused, I guess you could say as well. That's what's coming through as well for you guys. But I love me some Lexi Leo. Whenever she does her readings, like her setup changed over the years, and then it became like this coquette, like very girly, very feminine. Her little poof makeup spray setup, and it just looks like what is it called? Like you're going for high tea. It's how I can best pronounce it. And it's also kind of giving, what's her name? Madeline Hatter from, I think it's like, what was it called? It's not Monster High, and it's not Bratz. That could also be your vibe as well. You know, Bratz, Barbie, Monster High. It was Ever After High. There we go. Madeline Hatter was a character from Ever After High, and that's like the fairy tale? Exactly. Fairy tale version of like Monster High. But it was very much more like coquette. Exactly. Period. That's it. I said what I said. Period. That's the perfect word to describe what I'm getting here. But there's also other factor that was coming through as well. So okay. And then we have the Tower as your last card coming through for you guys. The Tower. Let's move it over so you can see it a little bit more. And it's kind of like a bunch of different things coming through. Like this Tower, ever since I saw it for the first time in like the last reading, it's giving 7 of Cups, but a major arcana card, because there's so many things. Like she has the scissors here, which can mean getting haircuts and trying like bangs is what I'm hearing as well, or trying, like I'm hearing a wolf cut. I'm also hearing a mullet as well. Like trying different hairstyles could be coming through for you guys, right? Bangs are very girly and coquette, I feel like, okay? But also like hair accessories and stuff like that. And coquette isn't only one color. It could include black, but it's definitely giving like just something core gothica, stuff like that, okay? But that's what I'm getting here. We have the palette, which is like painting, exploring different colors and patterns. We have the flower, which is giving very girly and feminine. We have the heart, which is giving romantic. Look at that. Then we have the skull here, so maybe even some of you could like the dark, I'm hearing dark academia vibes could be coming through for you guys as well. And then we have the scissors, which is always trying new things and changing. So that's coming through. And this skull, looking at it right here, is also giving Monster High. Because if you know the logo for Monster High, there's always like a skull at the side of it, like a bow on it. And it's the cutest little thing. I love me some Monster High growing up. I love Monster High. I love Bratz. Like all those things is what your vibe is like giving, right? And it's giving they upkeep the upkeep. Okay? Only the best for them. That kind of thing. So treating yourself like only the best works for you, right? And like I said, also investing in your look. So it means buying the expensive clothes, the expensive makeup, or the expensive routines, right? Buying the expensive perfumes as well is coming through, okay? You know, investing in the hair care treatments and the this and the that. I feel like that would make you more attractive. That's coming through. And because you enjoy it, not because you feel like you have to do it, okay? Flowy, frilly, poofy. Just think of that. What do you call it? The frilly socks as well could be coming through. You know, the shoes they would make us, or the socks they would make us wear with our heels that when we went to church sometimes. Okay, let's see what comes through. Let me knock for good luck. That was fast. Wow, we have bountiful harvest. Okay. Some of you may have felt called group 2. Others of you like expensive just coming through in a different way. I do believe you're very different from group 2, so don't go into group 2 if you think, but that could be a different aesthetic you could use as well. If you felt called group 2, go watch it. That's it. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Boy. Bountiful harvest, giving, like I said, expensive, investing in yourself, investing in your, and harvest is investing in something, because in order for you to get to the harvest, you have to plant the seeds. And I felt that. That's bars right there. In order for you to reap the harvest, you have to sow something. Okay. Here we have ancestral roots, and ancestral is giving what they said what they said the coquette aesthetic was giving, which is vintage inspired and timeless allure. This is also giving fairy vibes, which can also tie into the coquette aesthetic, but it could be giving more cottagecore as well for some of you. But it's giving, like I said, the freckles, I believe, for you guys. I'm not sure. That could have been group 2. But it's definitely giving, fairy vibes, if that makes sense. Because that's what this style is giving. Nymph, woodland nymph, natural nature. Just the top half of her is kind of giving that. It's giving, what do they call those people? A bar maiden. Those people like in those old-timey shows, they would just dress like very earthy, very natural. But like, the milkmaid dress. Yep. But the not bar back, that's too modern. But the bar maiden, I think that's what it's called. They would wear like a specific kind of, look to them. But it's also, like I said, giving fairy look. So, maybe you guys are my bohemian girlies because we have the hair pieces coming through. His hair is wrapped up like that. And then also in this card here with the tower, we have her in a head wrap, or like a headband, I guess we could say. And then we have Weather the Storm. And Weather the Storm is definitely giving me method to the madness. Nothing, it may look like it's crazy to people, like, oh my gosh, there's so many frills and so many, like, this is the perfect outfit example. Give me a second. Like, look at how many moving pieces are in this one outfit, but she's making it work. Like, there's so many things she is wearing in this one picture, and it's just like, how? There's so many things that she's wearing in that one picture, and it's just like Weather the Storm, but you make it look like it's all meant to be, like it comes together nicely, Let's see what else is coming through. Vintage could also be a thing, because vintage is a thing all on its own. It doesn't have to be associated with coquette, It's like you just came out of a 70s, 80s, 60s, 50s movie, I'm getting Marilyn Monroe, but I'm also getting, what's her name? Audrey Hepburn. That's her name, right? Audrey Hepburn, I think that was her name. Here we have Ignite Your Fire. This is also giving fairy. This is also giving, this is giving me a specific character at that, not even just fairy. Let me look it up. I don't know how to explain it, but this is giving me a specific look. Maybe you'll know the name of it, but I can't remember. But this is a look. And it's like bringing to mind something from my childhood that I can't properly like articulate right now. I don't know. And it's giving the same vibe as this, honestly. So maybe it's just what I was saying here. You know, this is a dress, I feel like. This is a specific dress I feel like I've seen on Dolls Kill somewhere. That was like associated with their fairy line. What's it called, fairy? I don't think it was called fairy. It was called something. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I can't remember. Okay, so I found it. This is the dress that was reminding me of. Look at how it's like, it's called a handkerchief dress, but it's also called a fairy handkerchief dress. So they don't stop with their damn ads. No. But that's what it's kind of giving, okay? I'm like, I know I've seen this somewhere before. It's giving that in a different color, honestly. And it's kind of taking me also to like not the handmaiden, but the bar maiden kind of dress as well. That's what's coming through for y'all. And there's like, it's a brand on Dolls Kill called Current Mood, I do believe. That's what I could be like, you know, referring to the specific aesthetic. Yes, exactly. Yo, y'all coming through for me. Look at this. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. Give me a second. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This right here is my swag. Let me stop. This right here is definitely what it's giving. I don't know what this is called, what this aesthetic is called, but that's what it's giving. I don't know if it's called giving nature, fairy, whatever, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Stuff like this. Stuff like that. Okay. But it's called Current Mood. I don't know what the vibe or the inspiration behind it is, but all that is coming through, okay? I do believe it's called fairy. It can be fairy, cottage, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Current Mood on Dolls Kill. Go check them out. Even though I shouldn't even be repping them because they huff us sometimes. Not sometimes, most of the time. That's why I stopped shopping with them. They also took away plus sizes, which was like a BITCH move. But anyway, to each their own. And then we have Clear Space, Clear Mind. Okay, we have Clear Space and Clear Mind. Did I pull from both cards? I believe I did. That's why I'm kind of like separating it. Yeah, I see two different fonts here. I pulled from both. I gotta tell the difference sometimes. They all look like the same kind of energy. And it's funny how these are from different decks. Can you look at that? How these are from different decks, but they're giving me the same vibe. But it says ignite your fire. So like purposely dressed sexy and romantic and seductive. That's the first time I've been getting that for your reading. For any reading this today. Seduction? Sensual seduction. Like nymph. Exactly. Nymph, succubus, all that kind of energy is coming through for y'all. But Clear Space, Clear Mind, I don't know what that has to do with anything. Honestly, for me, that's an energy you can embody. When you clean your space, that would help you. Like that also came through for my other video about how can you better embody your divine feminine, or how can you better become more how can you connect with her better, right? And cleaning and Clear Space, Clear Mind was coming through. When you have a clean house, a clean area, your mind works better and you're able to feel more like at home, at peace, at rest. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get some cards from this deck here. And finish out the reading. So just being seductive, being playful, being fun, being explorative, if that's even a word. I believe it is. Being explorative, like wanting to explore different things and that's exactly what I was, like I said, I was getting with the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands. Just having fun with your look and exploring a bunch of different looks and finding which one makes you look sexier, which one you find gets you more attention. Here we have shift your money mindset. This came through for group 2 as well. Some of you could very well be from group 2. Even though I feel like it's very different energies, but each to each their own. People could embody different things. Shift your money mindset. Maybe that could be a thing here. Maybe you don't think you can afford this lifestyle. And it's like, yes, that you can. Because group 2 was getting very rich too. Like I said, the bountiful harvest came through for them as well. So yeah, it's kind of like giving, spend your money, sis. Spend your money on you. Like you have it. If you don't think you deserve it or that you can't afford it, you never will. right? That's the kind of energy I feel like it is. I'm hearing fake it till you make it. And maybe it's like clear space, clear mindset is kind of like get rid of all the stuff you don't ever wear and just like adopt a new, completely different attire or aesthetic, right? Here we have Tiger's Eye, overcome your fears. Maybe you don't want to be perceived. Maybe you don't want to be seen as sexy. You don't think you're sexy. At the bottom of the deck, we have create your own look. That's exactly what I was talking about. Exactly what I was, just mentioning. If you don't feel like you're going to ever be able to afford something, it's never going to happen because you're never like in that energy. You know what I mean? You guys are also kind of giving me like witch in the forest vibes. Definitely. So that could be like a thing coming through for y'all as well. But yeah, it says shift your money mindset. Shift how you feel about money, what you think about money in order to attract more money is what I'm hearing, okay? So maybe read books that talk about abundance and how to get into that energy. Do affirmations. Like I said, put that ish on when you leave. That glamour magic, I tell y'all, I swear to y'all, it works. As someone who never used to be the most confident person around, now I'm like, I'm the baddest. What is that meme? I don't want to say it and get in trouble. But anyway, the interviewer is asking the two guys, what about the people he murdered? And the guy in his delusional self is like, Shmurda! He was the nicest guy around. Oh my gosh. I saw that earlier this morning and I was cackling on my way to work. Because last year that thing had me in a chokehold. Like when I was doing readings, I think maybe on this channel or on my other channel, I was like, Shmurda, he was the nicest guy around. Like that had me done for. Because what do you mean? Like, stop it. But anyway, I tell you, putting stuff on and glamour magic and like making it a ritual, I tell you, will change your mindset, will change your life because it changed mine, child. Okay. And then create your own luck is definitely a vibe coming through. How can you become more attractive? Create your own luck, create your own opportunities. And that has to do in part with overcoming your fears. Okay. So I'm going to leave your reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, that I can't with that. He was the nicest guy around. Sure he was, okay? If you got this far, please just leave that in the comments so I know that you watched the whole reading essentially. Because tell me if you laughed as hard as I did, if you even know what I'm talking about, child, okay? But yeah, like I said, if this resonated, like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah.